What was established as a railroad town in 1873 is now a little Swedish treasure. Kingsburg, California. Come on, let's dine out along the road. Every town, every city has its hot spots and hidden gems, those delicious dining destinations that keep us coming back for more. Join us as we discover the stories behind the food, wine, and interesting people of Central California. Come on, let's dine out along the road. Honoring Kingsburg Swedish heritage year-round, the Dala Horse restaurant serves Swedish pancakes and potato sausage, revered by residents and visitors alike. With small-town comfort and fame, we pay a visit to this local hotspot to capture the spirit of the city.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, good. What's your name?
Lisa.
Lisa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I've heard a lot of great things about your restaurant. They say this is the restaurant to come to if you want Swedish cuisine, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
What should I order?
I'd go for the Swedish pancakes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And what else? I'm hungry.
If you've never tried it, go for the Swedish potato sausage.
That sounds great. Swedish pancakes, Swedish potato sausage, and how about a cup of coffee?
You got it.
That sounds great. Thanks,
Okay,
Lisa.
you're welcome.
Okay.
Here's your Swedish pancakes.
Oh my gosh, they look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, and your Swedish potato sausage.
Awesome. They were like a lot thinner than a normal pancake, right?
Swedish pancakes are, the consistency of the batter is like milk, so it's very thin. And this is a Swedish lingonberry sauce. We import that.
That is divine. That is excellent.
Thank you.
It's thin and just smooth and delicious. That's wonderful. Yeah, I'll try a little piece of it. And what makes these sausages so unique?
It's pork, beef, potatoes, onions, and spices. And it's the traditional Swedish potato sausage.
Excellent. That is really good. What a great combination. Just gotta lather this all together. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It tastes like a crepe. It's thin, it's light, it's airy, it's delicious with a little bit of that jelly on top of it together. It's the perfect combination in this cute little quaint restaurant in the middle of downtown Kingsburg. What a great way to spend a morning. How in the world did you end up in Kingsburg, California? Where are you from, actually?
We're from Holland, from the Netherlands. We woke up this morning in Bakersfield, and then we were on our way to Yosemite Park, and then we saw in the Lonely Planet, we saw Kingsburg village, a little bit of Sweden in the valley.
We saw so many different places to eat near the highway, but we wanted to find something more local, so this is a good option, I think.
Why did you pick Dala Horse?
Because in the Lonely Planet it says that she's still doing our grandmother's recipe, so
I'm curious.
Wanted to try it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, if you like the pancakes so much, we actually sell a mix. It's dry.
Yeah?
It's right here.
Awesome.
And you're gonna take this home.
Great.
You're gonna add all the wet ingredients, and you can have us right at home on Saturday morning.
I'd love it. I'd love it. I'll do that. Maybe a little bit of that jelly that goes with it, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Appreciate
too.
your time. A treasure trove for hidden gems, Kingsburg, California, is also home to renowned artist and muralist Maxine Olson. Maxine's work has been honored in galleries across the world. Where she once walked as a young girl, Maxine's creative designs can be found upon the old brick walls of downtown Kingsburg buildings. Collectively, her murals salute the town's Swedish heritage, diversity, and community figures, including Olympic gold medalist Rafer Johnson. Praised for her successful career and contribution to the community, she is a true treasure of the town. Where did that vision come from, designing these amazing murals that you see throughout Kingsburg, California?
I think when I started back to school, my mentors in art was Roland Pickford, Betty McCoon, great painter. You know, they were more interested in painting landscapes and florals and things. But I think what really happened was when the feminist movement started, the idea was that women needed to tell their story. And so a lot of my artwork talks about what I believe, what I don't believe, my questions about life, reacting to some bias and prejudice. So I thought, what better than to have kind of a visual diary, I think, of what my life has been. And there's a lot of stories.
Yeah. Is there a favorite piece that you have that you just love more than any other?
Well, the ones of my family, my dad, and that was his sister. I did this early on. This was a marriage between a Swedish family and a Portuguese. And there's all my Portuguese ancestors back there. And on this side are my husband's Swedish ancestors. I didn't have a whole lot of those. And then I showed us as we were married, my 2 children.
Well, how would you classify yourself as an artist? You would describe yourself in the elevator to someone.
Well, first of all, I want to be realistic. I want to portray things as I see them. It's like a history of my town, my life, and the people that I have met, liked and sometimes disliked. And I've done all kinds of things that deal with people that have been ostracized in one way or the other. And I think that comes from how I felt about myself early on. You know, it's as if you look at people and you form a conclusion. It may not be right, but you deal with it. And I deal with those issues through my painting.
It's a beautiful message, you know, and I look around here and see your art and your works, and they're absolutely beautiful, and they're almost as beautiful as you are as a human being. Yeah,
thank you
and I
very
really
much.
appreciate you letting us into your home.
Well, I sure appreciate you coming. It makes me feel good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bela Rose Bakery and Cafe. Founded on the love of home cooking and family support, their menu includes fresh salads, sandwiches, soups, and an abundance of seasonal baked goods. The cafe's back patio abounds with lush plants and flowers and sets the scene for delightful garden dining.
What a beautiful, gorgeous Kingsburg day. I don't know if a guy can get away with saying super cute, but this place is super cute.
Thank you.
Where in the world did you come up with this great idea of a bakery and cafe?
I've always wanted to do it ever since I was little and got my first little blue oven and would play in my playhouse. And this house actually, well, it's been about 20 years now, 15. I saw it. I'm like, oh, I would love that. But my kids were still little, and my husband and my dad at that time was still here, and he said, the kids are too little, you can't do that. So once I lost my parents, and then my grandmother, who I took care of, and then my youngest was going into high school. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because I don't know how to do anything. The only thing I knew how to do was cook. Not be a chef, but cook. And so I had been catering, and it got into a point of stagnant. Like I either needed to go on to the next step or I needed to quit. So I was praying and I was looking through my magazine. I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? And I wish I had the magazine, which I haven't put away. I turned the page of this magazine I was looking at, and there was a cartoon picture of this house. So I went, took my daughter dancing that evening, and the man who owned it was there. He was never there. And I'm like, Rick, I'm ready to buy that house. He goes, tell your brother to call me. So we got it, and then it just snowballed from there.
Is there something that you are really known for that the people that come in and go, oh my gosh, I've got to go to Bela Rose to have that? What is that?
Our salads.
Yeah. Yeah, and what makes the salad so good? Is it the homemade dressing, obviously?
It's the dressing, I think.
Is it a farm-to-table kind of ingredients?
Yes, because like now strawberries are in season, and one of our farmers, a local farmer right out of town, has the best strawberries. And so we try to incorporate all fresh foods from the valley that we can.
I love your your bakery and cafe, and I look around the gardens and see these beautiful flowers and the way it's all arranged. And you're really the architect behind the way everything looks here, right?
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
It is so much a team effort around here that we take a lot of pride with how things are planted and what we plant.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what do you typically cook for like an event?
Depends on what. If we have a Western themed night, we do a lot of beef. Traditionally on our Saturday nights, it's about a split. We do a Chilean sea bass, halibut, salmon, as well as the steaks. And
yeah.
Occasionally we'll throw some lamb on the grill and
nice. I love baseball, you know that, and I think about a starting lineup, and I look at this starting lineup. Just describe your starting lineup for me.
Oh my gosh, okay, so we have our thumbprint cookies. They're, I guess, other than chocolate chip, they would definitely be the most popular cookie.
This one here, right?
Yeah, the strawberry thumbprint. We just started doing the lemon thumbprint, which I actually like this one, so I would definitely go with the lemon thumbprint, but these right here would be our most popular cookies, I would say.
It's your leadoff hitter batting second, and your third hitter right there, those chocolate chip cookies. Well, describe what goes into the lemon thumbprint cookie.
So really with thumbprint cookies, the main thing, you just have to have something to kind of keep it, to hold its shape. And then because it's the thumbprint for a reason, you put the thumbprint in it and you fill it with your jam or whatever you want to put in it. I just roll it in the crystals, give it a nice, really pretty shine.
Yeah, and those are the most popular for you and the best seller. And what about your chocolate chip cookie? You know, there's a lot of really good chocolate chip cookies.
People make a lot of good chocolate chips.
What makes your chocolate chip cookie special and unique and different, other than the love and the hands you put into it? But
I think it just is the love. I really care about how it tastes and how the products that go into it and what it looks like. And I think really if you're gonna have a product, you want it to really look as good as it's gonna taste. Otherwise, I mean, what are you doing this for?
throughout the course of our interview, you've mentioned your grandmother a lot, and you talked about a lot, and there seems to be a real special love and connection with your grandmother and you. Where does that come from?
My grandmothers were very important. My grandmother that lived here, Bela, we were at her house every Sunday, and we're always in the kitchen with her. And when my other grandmother, Rose, when she would come, always in the kitchen. So to me, food and family and love just go together because it's so, to me, comforting. And the food we do is just what we would have at my grandmother's house. No fancy food, is just good comfort food. And she just, even when my mother passed away, my grandmother was there, and you know, I'd go out there at least twice a week, and she'd feed me, and she'd feed the kids, and there's just something about a grandmother that I just think that they're just awesome.
Yeah, you've done an amazing job. I was thinking about the author Virginia Woolf that talks about food and how you haven't breathed or lived or experienced until you've dined. And when you come here, you're able to do all those things. You can dine, you can relax and live a little bit, but the first thing I think about is you can breathe. It's
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
Along the old railroad tracks of the Central Pacific Railroad lies Royal and Ancient Grill. Owned and operated by Randy Soares and his mother Yvonne Soares, the restaurant serves an elegant spin on good old comfort food. The classic decor of white linen cloth tables is the perfect venue for a business lunch or an evening dining experience. Royal and Ancient Grill provides the community with a place to enjoy ambience, food, wine, and conversation all in one.
Whoa, Randy.
What do you think?
Oh my God, it's awesome. What are you gonna make for us today?
Well, we got some racks of pork today.
Tell us a little bit about your three different rubs.
Well, first of all, I have a apricot and Tabasco rub. Man, pork and fruit been going together since day one. So that's not too tricky. I like to put a little vinegar in my fruit when I use it on the rub because it kind of cuts that cloying sweet taste.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it stand up a little bit more.
A little sweet and tangy, sour combination.
And then we also have a traditional garlic and rosemary rub. That's one that people have been using for centuries, and it's really delicious. And thirdly, we're going to do just a simple barbecue rub, like somebody would do when they're going to put in their smoker. We're gonna do that here, except just stick it in the oven. We don't really like to use sauce. I like the Memphis style, you know, that's kind of dry and crispy and chewy. So that's what we're gonna do with that.
Yeah, got Memphis and North Carolina on the map for rubs and ribs, and now maybe we'll add Kingsburg to it, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
You know what I've said, you know, you don't always have to travel to Napa and Paso Robles and Yountville to experience really great food and really good wine. And I think you're one of the most innovative chefs in Central California. I've been saying that for a long time. Where does your love for cooking come from?
You're around food your whole life, good food, you know, food that you like to eat. You decide that that's how you want to make your living. It's really simple. There's no complicated answer to that.
Yeah. One of the things that kind of captivates me about the restaurant is the name, Royal and Ancient. Unusual and different. Where did that come from?
Well, you know, we kind of wanted an old school vibe, number one. And when we started, the theme was going to be antique golf, just because we thought it would look kind of cool in here. And so, you know, the Royal and Ancient Club is the oldest men's golf club in the world.
I love the look. It's casual, it's clean, it's simple, quiet. I think when you come to eat and enjoy yourself for lunch or dinner, you want just that quiet connection of that intimacy with whoever you're dining with, and you've accomplished that. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Well, that's, you know, a big part of eating is enjoying your company. This is a ag community. People come into work, they want a good meal, and then other people, you know, there's still people around that dress up, like to come out and do it. We want to serve them both. So we don't really have a niche to fit into. We don't want to be fine dining. We don't want to be family style dining. I guess if you had to pin my arms back, I would say we're like polished casual.
So you do some amazing, innovative things which you don't normally see people in Central California doing. How would you describe your cuisine? I mean, what would you, if you were to put a label on it?
Wow. You know what? I'm a grandma cook. You know what? I was always grandma's boy, so I like down-to-earth food, rich, robust, full of flavor. We don't lack for garlic, we don't lack for salt, we don't lack for cream and butter. You know, we just go for it.
I can smell the aroma from back there all the way to here. This looks absolutely amazing and delicious looking. I just want to dig in from left to right. What is your 3 all-stars here?
Well, we're going to start with the barbecue rub, and then we'll go to the fruit, and then the garlic. And
looks amazing. Jim, what would you suggest? So this is the one that we would try with the rub with what wine?
I think I'm going to try the Grenache with this to begin with, because of the spiciness and that suggestion of spice in the Grenache.
Wow, that's outstanding. That is absolutely delicious. The pork is cooked to perfection. I can taste the hint of the rub. You marry that to that red wine, that Grenache. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful pairing, almost like you two sitting over there.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wow. That is, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so good. Really good.
That is meant to be eaten with your hands.
Amen. This is perfect. The pairing of the wine, the pairing of the food, with the pairing of 2 great friends. It doesn't get any better than that than right here in Kingsburg, California. Delicious.
Center of the world, my friend, Kingsburg.
Yeah. You guys want me to taste something? It's delicious.
quadruple dipping is going to get me thrown out.
I forget, right?
Thrown out of the chef's union.
I forgot about the double dipping.
That's all right.
Hey, I'm not saying it's hot back here, but I just saw a little guy in a red suit with a pitchfork back there. On the next episode of Dine Out Along the Road,
I've been eating these hot dogs since I was 5 years old.
we visit my hometown, Visalia, California.
Nachos, hot dogs, beer, and a ball game.
Wow, has it changed.
This lamb shack is to die for.
Come on, let's dine out along the road.